Hello everyone and welcome. I am Matt and this is a continuation of the Sky Technic map. Now when I was recording this I had a bit of trouble with the audio. For some reason I did figure out what the problem was, but my mic did not record any of me talking. I did get game sound, but I didn't get myself talking, so I am watching what I just did and recording commentary while I'm doing it. So if you see me looking around and the sound not quite matching what I'm doing, well, that's the problem. I do know what happened. It was just something stupid on my part, but we're going to keep going because I did a whole lot and I didn't want to just leave it all and not get any of it. So what I did here is I finished up the melon farm, at least a decent part of it, set it up on a switch here. And my thoughts are I want to make this automatic. I don't want to have to come over and flip the switch every time to harvest the melons. It should just, I mean, this is Technic. I mean, we can do this. We can make it automatic. So that's going to be one of the things I'm going to be working on real quick here. Let's see, what else am I doing? I must be talking about something. Oh yes, that's right. We're going to be starting work on the IndustrialCraft stuff, getting some generators and different things up, and that's actually that aquarium in the background. I was planning on putting some generators in there, some water generators, water mills. That way they would be generating electricity constantly, day and night. From my experience playing Bricks and Sticks with Ben, though, I'm going to need quite a few of these things to make any kind of energy. Hopefully that the fact that they'll be producing constantly will work a bit. I won't have to worry too much about the energy. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the grass here. The grass is finally almost coming up to my main island from both sides. This side looks like it's probably going to win out. It's 3 blocks wide, so it's going a bit faster. And I did knock out the bottom block of the aquarium. It just looks nicer. So first thing we're doing is getting some rubber here so I can make some circuits or some wires and get working on the different things. I am having a bit of a materials problem, which is why I'm looking over at the melon farm there, hoping something's growing finally. So first thing I'm going to make another iron furnace so that I can make a generator once I do have the rubber and the wires all set up. And it looks like I have enough rubber to make 6 wires now. Okay. Before that, I'm going to start working on the automation. There's something in the Red Power, I believe it's Red Power mod, that it's called a timer, and it sets a redstone pulse off, and you can set how often you want the pulse to go off. And to do that, you need to make some different things. You have to actually cook smooth stone, and that makes what I'm showing you right here. Cook the smooth stone and you get the stone wafers. These then you use in some of the different, I'm pretty sure it is Red Power. And flipping through there, I don't want the pointer, I want the timer. There it is. So that's what we're going to be making. We're making a timer real fast. It doesn't take a whole lot. Smooth stone, you gotta cook the smooth stone, some redstone. There's just a lot of little items to put into it, so it takes a bit to make it, but not expensive at all, except for the redstone, which really isn't expensive unless you're like me and you have no materials whatsoever and you're waiting for melons to grow so that you can get more. I really need to come up with a better way to get some EMC there. And I realized I need redstone, and the only way right now that I can get redstone or get an energy item to put into my transmutation tablet is to make charcoal from wood. So I'm going to have to be cooking a whole lot of wood in the future to get the amount of redstone that I'm going to need for, man, everything. You need it for circuits, you need it for batteries. You actually need quite a bit as far as the number of circuits you need for the IndustrialCraft. And right now I'm going to start working on something else. I did have a comment on one of my last videos from Technic. He had a very good idea. It was an EMC exploit. I did know about EMC exploits, that you can actually craft 3 cobblestone into 6 slabs, and that makes 6 slabs is worth 1 EMC each, or 6 EMC. You use 3 cobblestone to make that, so you're using 3 cobblestone to make 6 cobblestone. You just keep doing it over and over again, and you end up multiplying your EMC. I didn't know about that chastic, however, in one of the, I think it was just the last video, recommended doing it with ladders, because ladders give you a little bit better return, and I did not know you could do that with ladders. And here I am messing up an automatic crafting table and realizing, oh hey, you need an auto crafting table in the middle to make a Mark II auto crafting table. So now we gotta go back and do that. I'm real awesome at crafting like that. Good thing for that not enough items mod, the recipe book. What would we do without that? So we're just gonna throw the crafting table in there, get that up and running. I'm gonna use the auto Mark II because you can put the recipe in it, and it will save the recipe, and you can pull out as much as you can as far as materials. The project table works sort of the same way, but you have to be careful not to pull the last item out of the recipe, or the recipe disappears. You got to re-enter it. Not a big deal when you're dealing with ladders, but when you're dealing with other things, you just have to be aware. So I kind of like using the auto Mark II when you're just trying to pull out a bunch of junk and don't want to worry about taking too much. Now I'm going, hey, why isn't this showing up? It is a little odd the way this one works. It takes a little getting used to. So now I'm going to make a ladder in here, which is 7 sticks, and a stick is worth 4 EMC. So using 7 sticks, 4 EMC each, that's 28 EMC to make 3 ladders, and a ladder is worth 14 EMC, and you get 3. So you're basically getting a free ladder EMC wise every time you make ladders. You get an extra 14 EMC. The only exploits I knew of, which was the slabs, you get 3 EMC every time you craft something. This you get 14. It's nearly 5 times faster doing it this way. So thank you, Chastic. Me and Ben in our Bricks and Sticks series hooked this up to an automatic system, and holy cow, it really increased our EMC production. Since we're really kind of struggling with that right now, I'm trying to get a Mark III flour going. I'm not even up to a Mark II as far as energy collectors I'm talking about. But using this little exploit that you told me about with the ladders, it really is helping out a lot with that. We actually hooked up 2 different systems and have them both going, and you check it out. The video's not up yet actually, so you can't check it out, but I will put the link into this video as soon as it is out, and I'll put it into the most recent video as well, just in case. So, and I'll mention it too when it's finally out in my next video, so y'all don't miss that, because that's a pretty neat thing to do. Definitely will help out on skyblock type things. So for a while here, I'm just going through I'm just doing the sticks and the ladders, and you can see each time I'm pulling out a little bit more. It does take a while going through like this though, because you have to do everything manually, pulling it out, putting it back in. It's helpful in a pinch, not too great until you can actually automate it, which I can't do until I have diamonds and I'm able to make a condenser. So I'm going to be kind of stuck here. I do like this system though. I'm going to keep it up and have it ready just in case I do run out of EMC and I don't have any saplings. With the tree capitator mod, that's the mod that lets you chop the tree down. It's actually, let me finish my sentence. The mod that lets you chop the tree down by just knocking one block out. It's actually more efficient to knock the trees down, especially oak trees, than to use the ladders at this point. So I likely will be doing that. So here we're back working on the melon farm. Probably need a little more EMC. Always need more of that. And I was just running through this hoping I'd get a lot more of the melons, and there's a bit more, but still not enough. So come on, let's go back, and we need to go back and start automating that thing. Never mind, I'm just gonna go ahead and make some more ladders because I love ladders. Can't believe I lost my audio. We recorded a bunch of terra firma too, and I had the same problem. I didn't double check it after I recorded it, and then I recorded this one too, so I lost audio on both of those things. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the terra firma yet, because you can actually hear Ben talking, but you can't hear anything I say, so it's sort of just nonsense listening to one side of the conversation. So I got some charcoal finally, and with this we can make the redstone I need to finish up my timer. And we're going to go and do that right now. I'm going to look the recipe up again. And a lot of this stuff is real easy. You need the wafer and you need a piece of redstone for this one. What is it called? Stone wire. And you need 3 redstone here for 3 of these. See, it's not all that hard. For one of these you need a redstone torch. And then I think a redstone torch and a piece of cobble, something along those lines. So first off, we're just going to make a couple of these stone wires. We're going to make this, what was it, an anode? Stone anode. And we need the redstone torch. We're going to put that to get the cathode. And then realize that I need a pointer in the middle and make that too. And of course, you have to make it with smooth stone, which I don't have any of. Thankfully, the transmutation table makes that process a lot faster than having to cook everything. So plop that there with the smooth stone, the stone wafer, we get the stone pointer. And again, I'm going to build all this stuff before realizing, oh, I don't have enough stone wire. I need one more of those. Thankfully, I do have just one more redstone, just enough to finish this off. So we're going to assemble that. You're going to put the pointer in the middle, the stone wires on the sides and top, and you can see how I'm doing it. Stone cathode in the bottom. I forgot I needed that cathode. I thought I'd made it without needing it, but there we go. I did need it. And you can see that the block doesn't look like anything. It looks like a, I don't know, piece of wool in my hand. That's just because the texture pack doesn't support that for whatever reason. I thought it did. Woo, there we go, stone pointer. And you can see it's pulsing every now and then. You just right click on this thing to open up the interface here. And you can set how often you want it to run. I decided to run it every 5 minutes at first. Later I'm going to change that, but for now we're going to just set it every 5 minutes. So that's every 300 seconds. This is going to pulse. And it looks really slow, but that's actually in only 5 minutes. So every time a melon grows, well, not every time, but every 5 minutes it's going to push all the melons off into my pipe system. And I can just ignore this, come back when I need it, and get the melon out. But I don't really want to just leave it there. It'd be better if the chest full of melon was near my transmutation table. I do need to run the pipes over here because it's just going to be a lot of wasted time walking back and forth. I know, that's how lazy we get using Technic. We just don't want to walk at all. Set everything up in our little workshop so everything's convenient. That's the way to go. I'm just dumping off a load of stuff I don't need for a while, but actually I will need those pipes. Why'd you put those pipes back? You need those. First off, well, what are we going to do next? We're going to stare at our transmutation tablet because we just think it's so cool. Here I go. I'm trying to pull out some iron to get to work on the IndustrialCraft 2 items, and I'm realizing, okay, I am running out of things to dump into this this tablet. So again thinking, man, you know, I just need more stuff. So while we're waiting, I do believe the next thing I went to do would be to work on the running the pipe. I didn't want to run the pipe just along the ground. I didn't want to run it over the top to make it look nasty. I want it out of sight. I want to put it underground, underneath my platform right here. Problem is I can't get underneath the platform. I guess there's a couple ways I could do this. You can always make the water ladder, is what it's called. That's what we used on that island with the waterfall. Just run down the water and place the blocks. I could go and find that sand column I'd put down to get to the chest underneath. I think that had the lava bucket in it. I could just find that sand column and put a few blocks on that. But I wanted to try something different. I was watching a video of in the nether where someone couldn't, well, okay, I guess something was out of reach. It was below them and there was no block below that they could get to it. So I started thinking about how could we actually build down in Minecraft, and I think I figured out a way to do it with a piston. What am I doing? I'm getting pipes because I forgot pipes. That has to be what I'm doing. And I'm randomly placing a piston in the middle of nowhere. Alright. I'm going to use stone pipes, not cobble pipes though, because I will be using a gold pipe in the stone pipe. I don't know if this version of what uses pipes, BuildCraft, if it matters in this version or not, because Technic is, I think, a little bit behind Tekkit as far as some of the mod versions. But I'm going to use the stone pipes because if you use a gold pipe, the objects travel for a longer period of time if you use the stone pipes rather than the cobblestone pipes. So now I'm going to attempt to build downward, and at this point I am hoping that this is going to work because I hadn't tried this out. I do know that it worked though because I already did this. Put the piston right there, fill this up and push, and I'm building downward. I just need 2 blocks downward. Perfect. And that's going to be the level that I build the pipes on then. I can route the pipes underneath and then cover it back up again. Real simple. I probably will be using this method of building down. I can't say I've watched many YouTube videos of Minecraft. A lot more recently, but as of right now, I haven't seen anyone else do that yet. I'm sure people have done that. That's really not a difficult thing to figure out, but I thought it was neat because I hadn't seen it yet. And I'm just spinning around this hole like a dog, waiting to lay down. So it takes me a while to do this. I'm going to cut the video out and just skip to the end of it because that's kind of a pain to dig all that up and walk all the way. I'm underneath the shop now. I'm going to put the chest in the front corner, and we're going to start laying the pipes down. I'm thinking, hey, do I want the chest above ground or do I want it in the ground? Well, above ground, of course. I used that block to jump out earlier. So there we go. I have the pipes routed, and I'm just filling up the hole. Love working with pipes, eh? You always put them in the wrong spot and then break 3 or 4. Okay, we nearly got this done then. This will be great because this will bring... No, I want that cobble, not dirt. It all has to look the same. And I thought I nearly fell off there too. That was kind of scary. So that will do it for the pipes. They will route all the melons back into my work shed so that I don't even have to walk over there, which is great. It's just really slow right now. I take a quick look at the timer and go, I think I have enough time to switch this, especially since everything moves through these pipes so slowly. We have all the time in the world to switch this. So we're going to make that a stone pipe, cover the rest of this up, and then move the chest over into the work shed. And right there I was thinking, I could have moved that stone pipe to be right underneath that iron one. Who cares? That's about what I said. And I am wondering here, I do believe the items stick around for 5 minutes and then they disappear. And this is on a 5-minute timer. So 5 minutes ago those melons were made, and let's see, will they disappear before the pistons hit them? Yes, they did. 5 minutes and an item disappears. So we're going to switch the timer back about a minute, or exactly a minute. So that'll hit every 4 minutes. I don't know if the stuff will disappear while it's moving through the pipes. I don't know if that matters, because I think it may take a minute actually to get to that chest. So I may want to lower that, or just, well, I'll eventually get the gold pipes. I don't have them yet, but I'll probably want to lower that in the meantime. So there's the chest where everything's going to enter, and I can just route all of the EMC farms I'm going to be doing into that chest and have them real handy there. Now after that, I really didn't get any melons in that entire time of doing that, just 1 or 2. So that did not help me with my EMC problem much at all. And realizing this, I am probably going to have to go back. I am going to have to go back and cut some trees down. Get some more EMC again. So we'll get ready doing that. Pull out as much bone meal as I can. But first, of course, I'm going to make some wires. Kind of doing things out of order here. That's how I play Minecraft. I get distracted on one thing and then the other. So let's chop down a ton of trees. And there we have it. It just took about probably less than a minute to go through all the bone meal I had. Chop down those trees, and I got, what is that, 2 and a little bit stacks of wood plus apples plus the saplings. That's quite a bit. That's going to be enough to get me going. And I'm pulling out a sapling and a bone meal here just in case I run out of EMC. I'll be able to plant at least 1 tree and chop it down again. But I really don't need to worry about that anymore. I can always use the ladder exploit to make a little bit of EMC, so I'm going to go ahead and throw those away and just try to get as much as I possibly can here. And I get 35 iron, which is great. That's going to let me get a little ways in making this stuff. Instead of iron, though, I'm going to need a few other things. I'm going to need more wires. I'm going to need some tin for batteries. So my iron is going down pretty quick. That's what you find in IndustrialCraft, is you end up using a lot of materials to get anywhere. We're going to need more redstone, though. You need at least 2 redstone to make a circuit, and you need 2 redstone to make a battery, and you need a battery to make a generator to get it even started. So that right there is another iron furnace. I'm going for a generator first thing, because if you don't have a generator, you can't really do anything with electricity. Now, can you? And I'm staring at my inventory. Alright, yes, I do need refined iron. That's going to make refined iron. That's used in most everything in IndustrialCraft. IndustrialCraft 2, that is. I'm thinking, hey, I want to make a circuit, but I don't have enough rubber to make a whole circuit. So where did I put that rubber? I don't know if I ever learned it in the table at this point. I don't think I had. Thankfully I did have just enough charcoal to do something with. and then I get my first battery, which is great. To make a generator, you just need your iron furnace, the 3 refined, and then the battery. That'll make yourself a generator. Really not too bad unless you're poor like me. And now I'm going to go and make my first water mill. And try to stick that into my aquarium. I end up having a little bit of a problem doing that though. So that's how you make the water mill. Just the generator, the wood planks, and some sticks. So we're going to dump this in here. Just using some cobble as a place setting. You want to have water on all sides, top and bottom of the thing. So you really need a 3x3 area with the generator in the middle. And that's what I'm doing right there. So I'll have water on all sides of it. All 6 sides of it once I knock that cobble down. I was going to put 2 rows, and then I realized, oh, I don't have enough room for 2 rows. Because I wasn't planning on doing 2 rows to begin with. And I forgot that I wasn't planning that for a second there. I'm going, why? Why did I count wrong? What's going on here? No, I just wasn't planning on 2 rows. I was just going to put in 5 of these things and hope that was enough. But after the fiasco with the solar panel factory and bricks and sticks, I want to put 2 rows. I want to put at least 10 of these in. So I am going to have to, yeah, it'll fit 5 across, so just counting that there. I'm going to have to raise the ceiling on this thing, put more water in it. I'll do that off camera before I do the next video. And then we'll get building more of the water mills. I need another kind of farm too. We need a reed farm, sugarcane farm. I'll have a use for that in the future. So yeah, I'm just deciding right now. I'm gonna have to raise that, add more water in, and I'm groaning at not thinking about that to begin with, because it would have been a whole lot easier just to do it right away. So, oh, there's some melons sitting up there. That is one of the problems I thought I might have with using a timer, is that the melons can get stuck. So I just put a manual override button. You can think of it. It's not the best system really, as far as losing some stuff. Really, a pumpkin farm would be better. They just seem to work better. Fewer pieces to get stuck. But I don't have pumpkins because I refuse to use my pumpkin seeds. I'll get pumpkins soon enough. And the last thing, well, I don't remember if it's the last thing. Another thing is I had a creeper blow up. While I was working on expanding the melon farm, there was a creeper stuck on my porch, and I went to kill it, and it went boom. Yeah, that was pretty horrible. So, I did get the audio issue, well, I shouldn't even say fixed, because it wasn't really anything wrong. It just, a setting got switched because of something I was doing, and I didn't even think to double check that the setting was back the way it needed to be. So the audio will be working on all future videos. I'm not going to guarantee you that because you know me. So anyways, this has been another episode of Sky Technic, and if you liked it, again, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It's just 2 little buttons. I am not sure how much more we'll be doing in Sky Technic. There's a new mod coming out that me and Ben are both eyeing. We might end up switching to that, but I will be doing this for at least a few more so we can get into the nether and get some more stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.